Hello. Oh, hello. Gosh. What a morning. Hello, how are you? How is your Wednesday? Here we go. Welcome to the show. Late again. Oh my goodness me. Dear me. Wednesday's always a rush. I haven't even made my sample of what I was going to make, or what I am going to make today. But I'm halfway there and I'm going to wing the rest of it. So we're going to go crafting on the fly. Or hoof, I might say. But welcome. Hello, here we are. Watch me Wednesday. Let me make sure I've got my comments up. Oh, what's that? Oh, things have changed since I last used this. Did you miss me last Wednesday? Got me ear poking out. Did you miss me last Wednesday? Last Wednesday was my birthday. I had a really nice day. I went shopping with my mum, and I have to point out, I'm not a shopper. I don't really like shopping. I think if I had millions of pounds in the bank, then it would be great. You could walk around and buy what you want, but it's all a little bit overwhelming for me when there's too much choice and that. So, but I did go with a plan in mind. I am off on the Stampin' Up incentive cruise in only a couple of weeks. In fact, 2 weeks tomorrow we leave. Oh my goodness. And so I was off shopping with my mum for some, essentials. And I went with my list, and I actually got everything on my list, which is like a first for me, especially when I kind of, when you're not in the mood for it and you turn up and it's like, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered to do this, but I got in with it, and that was it. Boom, everything off my list. It was great. So I can't see if I've got anybody live. I haven't got any comments yet. So if you are watching me, just say hello so I can know that I'm in the right place and everything, and before I chat for too long. You must have missed me last week, and perhaps you've thought that's it, she's not coming back. I'm just going to zoom over there and see actually if I am in the right place. Bear with me a second, because it's very quiet. Very quiet. So. La, la, la. Oh no, I'm live. And I've got a couple of people watching. So that's good. That's good. It's all good. Right, back again. So, what have I got for you this week? So we're live crafting this week with some new goodies from the catalogue. A stamp set that's very not me. There we go. Hi, Linda. Yay! You can hear me and see me. That's good. So yeah, a very not me stamp set. I'm not big on colouring, I have to say, but I am getting better and I am doing more and more of it. So we're going to be doing a bit of colouring today. For those of you who don't look at my blog, which is natalieoshea.co.uk, which isn't on here actually. I could do that. There you go. www.natalieoshea.co.uk. So if you go to that, on Mondays now, I'm doing a Make a Card Monday. So lots of people ask me if, or how, what have they used on that card in the catalogue? How did they do that in the catalogue? What stamp set have they used for that in the catalogue? So every Monday now, I've done a recorded video, so not a live, a recorded video where you can watch me make a card from the catalogue. And super simple. I'll show you what we did. There we go. Oh no, I've got to get this right. So that's the card that we made, or I made, on Monday. So if you want to see how to make that card, once I've finished this Facebook Live, or if you're watching on YouTube, you will see the link in the comments below. But there we go, I went through that, and that is coloured with watercolour pencils and blended with a blender pen, not to be mistaken for our blends. But if you want to know how to make that card and what was used, then I will show you everything about that on Monday, so you can go and see that. So in keeping with that, I am going to be... No, that's not that stamp set. That was close. Well, I'm going to be using that stamp set, but that's not the one we're talking about. This stamp set here, there we go. So Over the Moon, look at it. Look at it. So super cute, 3 cows, and I used that one. No, oh, there we go, that one on the card, and a few other bits and bobs, but we're going to be using a different one today. In fact, I don't even know because I haven't used it yet. But there we go. So this super cute set, £19 I think it is in the catalogue, so super cute. And can be coloured with anything, whether you've got watercolour pencils, Stampin' Up right markers, blends, blender pens, watercolour, whatever you want, whatever is your cup of tea. But let's go through a few of the basic things first. So if you would like to leave me a comment on here, like Linda has and said hello, then every comment goes into a little prize draw to win a prize from me. So if you share this as well, then click the share button, and you can just type shared as well, and that adds another comment. You can comment as many times as you like, 100 times if you want to, I don't care. And then next Wednesday morning, just before I go live on here, I do a random number generator and put in the number of comments, and it picks a comment, and then I go and count the numbers of comments and count down again. So we had last week, it's the stamp set out of the, oh, it's not going to be very good, is it? Out of the So Shelley kit. So, and Linda Bunce was our winner of that. I have left a message and tagged her in the post that was the winning post. But this week, I've got another one. Oh, she says, ta-da! Another stamp set that goes, oh, here we are, goes with the So Shelley kit. Because I had a few kits that I made up. So these are all spare. So if you would like this set, it's got all sorts of things on there from hello, thank you, for you, some birds, feather, flowers, splodges. There we go. All you're going to need to do is to leave a message. Sherry, hello, long time no see. I have texted you. And if you're really listening, Emma can do lunchtime tomorrow. So let me know on that. Hello, Faye. Welcome, welcome. So just send me a text back, Sherry, just to say yes, lunchtime tomorrow is fine or not. And if not, I'll talk to you after this. Right, so yes, so if you leave a message for me or 100 messages for me and you share it, or you share it, then you can just leave a message and I will go through those next week. And we'll have another winner of the stamp set from the So Shelley paper pumpkin kit. So it's a lovely set, really nice. Right, what else is there? The Stampin' Up catalogue is live. It's gone a bit crazy. It's June, and deliveries are now back to normal, so you can expect your delivery if you place an order within the week. I should probably say, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Natalie O'Shea. I am a Stampin' Up independent demonstrator, which means that I love to craft, and it also means that I sell all the products that you will see me using today. Let's get rid of that. So yes, if there's anything you fancy, then just give me a shout. You will have a link. Let's put that up. That is my online shop. You can shop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. www.natalieoshea.stampinup.net, and click on the shop now button that's kind of in the middle, and you can go and shop by occasion, shop by product suite, shop by putting something in like Dad, because obviously Father's Day's just been and gone, hasn't it? Or anything like that, and it'll bring up ideas for you. Or you can shop by colours, cardstock, kits, adhesives, all things like that as well. So don't forget to use the hostess code as well. So I have a monthly host code that if you put add to your online order, then you will get a thank you card and a gift from me the middle of next month. And I'll put the link to that underneath as well. Oh dear, I've got a bit of a dry throat. I think that's kind of it. I don't think there's anything you need to know otherwise. Don't know if there's any July promotions or anything going on, so I can't tell you any of that. It's just good. New catalogue, you're loving it. I'm loving it, you're loving it. It's all good. But I think I'm going to keep this short and let's go live crafting, unless anyone's got any message or questions for me before I start. Otherwise, I think let's go and see if I can make up what I'm doing today. I might even have your impact. I'm almost there. I think we're good. So let's move you down to my scruffy desk. In fact, let's make this a little bit. I'm making a box. Very unlike me. There we go. Oh, look, I'm all a bit all over the place. I've got messy old... I don't know. Let's do this. Right. Okay, so I'm going box today. And so as I say, this was the card that I made on Monday using the Over the Moon stamp set. And I'm going to be using the same stamp set today, but we're going to be making a box. Kind of coordinating, kind of not coordinating. But this is the template for the box. So I don't know what you can see there. Let's put that up like that. There we go. So this is a piece of paper. I actually cut this out of A4, but if you have 12 by 12 white cardstock, then you can get 2 out of a sheet of 12 by 12, or you can get 1 out of an A4 sheet. So this is 6 inches. I've gone inches with this because it's easy. 6 inches by 11 inches. And then I've scored each side at 1 inch in, which I'll be doing and remind you in a minute. Oh no, you can see it just about. Can you see that? There you go. And I've scored at 5 and 6 along the long edge and removed here. And that is my template and basis for the box. So that's what we're going to be making today. So because we love a little bit of moo cow, look, I haven't finished it because I thought you didn't want to really see me stamping all of those. But how cute is that? So this is actually, so this is 2 stamps here, which is this stamp and that stamp from the Love What You Do stamp set. So this is a beautiful stamp set. It came out over a year ago. It's the 2nd time it's been in the annual catalogue that's just been released. You've got some beautiful flowers, some sort of watercolour, water wash backgrounds, and just some nice, and thank you. It's a beautiful day. But we have these splodges. Now, what I would say to you is you don't need to buy this. Well, buy this stamp set for the splodges if you want to. But what I did sit there and think was, when your stamps come like this, you do have, if you pulled all the stamps out, she says, which I haven't done yet, and stuck those on there, you do have all this excess, and you could cut your own splodges out of this excess here. Because look, I mean, these are photopolymer, and obviously this is red rubber, but it's the same effect. It stamps an image. This has got a kind of slightly distressed look, so makes me distressed. So it's not a solid image, as you can see there. You've got some lighter sections and some darker sections, but just cut your own. So dig out a stamp set that you've got, that you haven't, a cling mount stamp set that you haven't yet thrown this away of, which I normally do. I know lots of people don't, but I do. And just cut your own splodges out of that, or you may find that you've got splodges in another set. So these, as I say, were just out of the Love What You Do set. You could do one at a time. Oh, should I move that? I probably shouldn't move that. Just pretend that's not there. So you could do this one at a time and then go in at all the gaps. But why not just put them both on together and save your time? So I'm using a Memento black ink pad, just inking those up and just rotating this. So just filling in some gaps and making sure that it's just rotated, which is all I've done. As I say, I didn't think you really wanted to see me do this. This would take a little while to do it, especially when you're deciding which way round you want to go. There we go. And that's it. So that's just my piece of card, 6 by 11, and stamped with that to get a cow splodge background. I love it. I love it. So that's done. Oh, it almost sounded like I was from the southwest then. Okay, so now I have to say, if you've got a scoreboard, knock yourself out. I always score on my trimmer. So this is my trimmer, and say 6 by 11, and we're going to score 1 inch. So there's a 1 inch there, so I'm going to go across to the 1 inch, flip this down, make sure that my cutting blade, you can't see that, that's my cutting blade. Oh no. That's my cutting blade, and I don't want to cut it. So I move that right down, out the way. This is my scoring blade. So literally just up and down once, twice, that's enough. Move round 90 degrees. No, you can't see it because I've got that there. There we go. And another inch there. Round again, up to the inch, and across there. And again, 1 inch, and there we go. Now, also along the long edge, we're going to do 5 inches and along to the 6 inch as well. And that's it. Job done, no cutting, scoring done. Let's put that away. And you end up, can you kind of see that? I think you can see that, can't you? There you go. So 2 big squares in the middle, a bit down there, and that's it. Now, I want to cut off 2 corners. Let's make sure you can see there. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So you'll see, hopefully, that I've got it upside down, but you get the idea. So that now is exactly the same as that. Now I also want to just up to that first score mark, just go trim, 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 and the same for those two there. Now my first attempt I cut those off and that wasn't a good idea. So then I want to, just going to take a bone folder, that's what that's called. Well, you could use your fingernails if you really wanted to, but it just reinforces great solid fold marks. Sherry loves boxes. I don't make a lot of boxes, I have to say. So this is a very special occasion for you. I think we need to get the flags out because I'm doing that. But this was actually, I made some, so for my customers that used my online host code in May, I think it was, or April, I can't even remember now, I sent out a reel of ribbon as a thank you to them. And I packaged them up in not exactly the same design as these, but in a box like this, because it's perfect size for a ribbon. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop those inwards, those upwards, and you can decide which bits you want in and out. But I'm not sticking any of this down yet. But you can see we end up, so the box is something like that. We would tuck those flaps in, which, as I say, when I chopped those off originally, it just meant that I had, when I put that down and that down, I kind of had a little bit of a gap there, so I've left them on. So I'll tuck them in this time. That's why I'm not a very good box maker. And look, that's it. So it's like a mini pizza box kind of thing, but you're going to stick down all the edges. So that's what I'm going to do now. I've got to remember now which way I do it. Let's put the glue on those two. Okay, so I'm going to use tear and tape because that's good. It's solid, it's easy to use, and I don't get in too much of a mess with it. And I tend to put this near the edge there. Can you see that? Yes, you can see that. Oh, and we can just tear it, as the name suggests. But I'm not doing a very good job of that. There we go. And let's put another bit. I can't remember where the glue needs to go. As I say, if I'd have had, it's all been a bit crazy town here today. So if I'd have had more time, or if I'd have had, it was crazy time here yesterday as well, to be fair. Hi Vicky, how are you? What else do I need to do? I need to, so I'm going to stick that there, stick that there, stick that there. I think just there. That might do. We'll find out in a minute. So, I'm going to go with, she says, oh, have a little bit. Oh, in fact, let's cut. I'm not very good at tearing. Nails, fake nails get in the way. Okay, so let's do this. Right. See how easy that came up? That's not too bad, is it? If you've got dodgy nails like me. So I'm only going to do these two bits to start with, these side bits. So I'm going to tuck those in, and this is going to go on the outside. So the ones with the glue are going to go on the outside. I'm going to ignore those. So let's just get rid of those. Do this. That's someone knocking at my door. Are we going to see if my son's going to get up for that? What do we think? Oh my goodness, I think he might be. So, ooh, there we go. And you can just get your bone folder and just add a little bit of pressure. So you would then put in, no, too big. Oh, if I had a roll of ribbon, what else can we fit in there? Snail? Oh yeah, snail fits in. But you get your idea. It's a good, can you see that? There you go. It's a good size. It's an inch thick, as we know, because that's an inch. And it's, whatever that is, wide. 10 centimetres, 4 inches. So tuck those in. Our glue is on, or our tape, not our glue, or our glued tape is on there. Can't believe my son just actually got out of bed to answer the door. Shocking. And there you go. That's just cute on its own, isn't it? Nice little bow, nice black satin bow or white satin bow around there. Super easy and a good size, You could wrap up a kind of gift card and put that in there as well. But yeah, I love that on its own. But we are going to decorate it, she says. So I took, I didn't know if my punches were going to be big enough, but I did check them out and they weren't. So I thought that was kind of a good size. So this is the biggest circle and the biggest scallop circle in the layering circles, which I did bring here. There we go. The layering circle framelit dies, and I've just cut mine out and put them on magnetic sheets. So there's, goodness me, there's loads of dies in these. 2 different kind of sets of sizes. So you've got all those circles, including with that one as well, which goes around that one, and then all those big, so what was that, 1 2 3 4 16 dies in those, and perfect for every size. So let's get rid of those. So that's what I decided. So I've cut Granny Apple Green, so I could kind of go with my card. It's my card, so Granny Apple Green. Probably could have gone Flirty Flamingo, to be fair. And I'm just going to randomly do this, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do know that I'm going to stamp my cow, different cow, in Memento Black, because I'm actually going to be colouring with our blends. So these are alcohol based, so I can't have an alcohol based ink pad, otherwise as I colour they'll start blending together and all get a bit bleh. So, hi Karen, Australia says hello. Hi Australia. So I haven't used this stamp before, so personally whenever I'm first using it, a stamp, I give it a once over, not too well. I stamp it on scrap paper and I give it a twist. Now, in the manufacturing process, you could get residue left on that. That's all I ever do. Now, some people rub it with an eraser, sandpaper, they wash it with a stamping scrub, they do all sorts. That's all I've ever done. That is all I've ever done. And once you do that, then the ink will be absolutely fine, we'll stick to it fine, no problems. That's it. So, what have we got? So, it's circle, so I haven't got to worry too much. Oh, I'm all a bit skew with. Let's do that. Oh, I can't see this. Oh, well, it's a circle. I haven't got to see it. I haven't got to worry about it. Hey, how cute is he? I think that's it. Do you know? I think that's it. And I'm going to go quite simple. Now, I should have had a black Sharpie. In fact, I have got a black Sharpie, because Sharpie pens are actually, I'm trying not to burn myself because I've got a candle. Oh, goodness me, hold on. I have got a thin Sharpie, because Sharpie pens are alcohol based as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a kind of horizon. I'm not trying to be straight, which is good because I failed there. And let's kind of go so intentionally wonky. Oh, in fact, oh my God, what have I just said to you? Don't use alcohol ink when you do these. So I'm going to have to be super careful now. So don't ignore me. You don't want a Sharpie pen. You want a Sharpie pen if you are colouring with our ink pads, with water, or with our Stampin' Right markers. So ignore that. Ignore that. See, I told you I was all going a bit today. So I'm going to have to be super careful and make sure that dries quickly, which it does. So I'm going to go Granny Apple Green, and what have I gone? I've gone dark Granny Apple Green, and I might, what should I do? I might go, so I'm just going to colour in some grass. Now these, so I'm going with the thin end. So these blends, I say, are alcohol based. Oh goodness me, I'm going to be super careful now and almost not touch that. Oh, it's not too bad, look at that. Whew, whew. So I'm using the thin bullet end. I haven't got to worry about this ink because this won't. No, because this ink's not alcohol based, just the pens. So I'm just going with the small bullet end to kind of get in all the little bits. So then I can use the other end, which is a brush end, and not be quite so precise. There we go. This is the hard bit, or the bit that takes the time. There we go. And oh look, see, I'm barely touching it. It's all right. So that's it. So this is going to be my grass. So let's just. Oh, these have been well used. It's all a bit fluffy. I hope you don't run out. There we go. So blends are a lot more intense in colour. So you can see, let's bring that one back in. So you can see with that. So watercolour pencils, you can go nice and light. wishing our luck there. Ooh, ooh. There we go. So nice, bright, intense. You don't seem to see the lines too much when it's all dry. And then I've gone, what have I gone? I've gone dark balmy blue for the sky. So let's do the same again. Let's be really careful about blending with that black line. I think we got away with it. And again, I'm not worried about how perfectly I do this. Who else likes colouring? I do find it really therapeutic. I'm just not very good at it. If you have to do the whole shading thing and be all artistic and that, I'm not very good. But if I'm allowed to do just one colour like this, and I haven't got to be all clever with it, I'm all right. I quite like it. Let me know. Stick me up a heart. Give me a heart if you love colouring. And we'll see how many other people do that are watching. Ta-da! So you see, I'm not taking any not being really careful with this. I've gone around the edges, so it's all good. There we go. Oh, look at that. Grass and sky. Very clever. Like it. Okay, and then all I was going to do, I've got something on that. Oh, bing. So I'm going black. I don't know if this is going to be too dark or not, and I'm going to go thin end. So these blends, you can see, we've got a thick line and a brush marker, and a thin line and a bullet marker. So I was just going to go, to match my box, I was going to go, we might go a little bit of a black Elvis hairstyle there. What do we think? It's a one for the money. Look at him. Oh dear. So I did think about going grey. Well, I am going grey, but that's just me. More about my cow. But I think black's all right actually. And I'm going to do black hooves as well. Just trying to be super careful, keep inside my lines. Oh, I should probably, and you know, I'm going to go and get a light pink in a minute, because I am going to add a little bit of pink. Let me finish doing his spots first. So, see, the bullet ends are really good, but they take longer when you've got big spaces. Look! But I'm going to go and get a pink. Bear with me a second. In fact, I could go Flirty Flamingo, couldn't I? But I think that might be a bit bright. No, let me go light. Hold on. I've gone light Flirty Flamingo. I don't know how. Oh, that's all right. I quite like that. So there we go. So I am bringing the Flirty Flamingo in because I think that needs to be pink. Oh, it is quite pink, isn't it? And I think, how about some... Oh, am I going to mess it up if I do this? Oh, see, now I'm starting to have to think for myself. Oh, hang on, I've just missed. I want to do the bottom of his tail. Match his hairstyle. Do I do little cheeks? What will that look like? Look, see, as soon as I have to go off piece. I think that's quite cute. Do you think? Do I have to do inside his nose? Let's not get carried away. A little bit inside his ears. Okay, I think that's it. What do you think? I think that's quite cute. I think that's quite cute. Right, okay. So, I cut out. I should have gone, in fact. Oh, do I do it? I'm feeling Flirty Flamingo around there now. Because it's too green, isn't it? No, do you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it very quick. Let me find a bit of Flirty Flamingo. Da, da, da. I told you we'd be crafting on the hoof. Flirty Flamingo. Oh, really? Right. So, for those of you who haven't done die cutting before, let's get all that out of the way. So I've got my Big Shot machine here that you can just about see, and I've got my precision plate on it, so I only need one of these plastic things. I've just torn off a bit of flirty flamingo because I didn't have any scraps. All the dies have, well, obviously have two sides. You've got a flat side, and then you've got this side, which I hope you can see there, is where the actual blade is. You can't cut yourself on them, so don't worry about them cutting you. You have to apply quite a lot of pressure, which is what it is there. So I'm going to roll that through. It's like an old mangle, and it just applies the pressure. And look, lo and behold, ta-da! One scallop circle. Right, let's get that out of the way. I think this is going to look better. So, get rid of that. Look, that's better. I mean, you've got the slightest bit, in fact, you can't even see, the slightest bit of pink, but I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to get out some dimensionals, so some 3D. Let's give it some dimension here. If I can find any. There's some. Okay, so with the blends you can, it will always come through, don't worry about that, there's nothing to worry about. So I tend to put 3 on, just kind of in a triangle. How are we doing? Linda's better late than not, yes, well, welcome Linda. Now because this is such a tiny border, you need to make sure you've got it pretty spot on. Sorry. Oh dear, I've been drinking all morning, and not vodka, but let's get rid of that. I'm loving these. See, I sit there and go, colouring, not my cup of tea. Where should we go? I think that way. And we'll stick him, not in the corner, no, we'll stick him right dead centre, or as centre-y straight as I can think. Then look, then we have this little pair. How cute is that? And that's it. Look, half an hour and I've been chatting for most of that. So what do you think of that? Give me a thumbs up if you love it. Or a heart if you love it. So morning Michelle. Hello stranger. How are you? Linda's better late than not. Faye says loving those pens. These pens, do you know what? For someone who doesn't really do a lot of colouring, I have to say I do love. These are my kind of go-to colouring now. Because whilst this is all very nice, I like a bit of bold colour going on. So this is definitely more me than this, but I was copying from the catalogue, or casing from the catalogue as we call it. And I just thought that's cute, but I am now thinking that I need some splodges on the back of here. But then it wouldn't be a copy of the catalogue, would it? So there you go. So welcome to a box by me. Super simple, as you saw, 6 by 11, score all the 1 inch all the way round, and then 5 and 6 inches across, and that's it. I'll put the instructions, so I'll put this all on my blog, and you can see the instructions again there, if you want to, and I'll upload the video. But other than that, I think that's it. I think that is it. Don't forget, Moolicious. Michelle, I so thought of you when I saw this stamp set. I was like, oh my God, Michelle has got to get this stamp set. I hope you've got like 100 of them. So for those of you who don't know Michelle, Michelle is a demo in the US, and she's a cow farmer. So how cool is that? So you have to have this stamp set times 100, Michelle. Moolicious. Linda said they do blend well. You must order some new colours. Yes, I did. They arrived last week, so I have a full complement. It is growing and growing, but they are my go-to colouring now for most of my things. I'm kind of thinking that I need some clumps of grass on that and that, but never mind. For today, it will do the job. So if you've got any questions, then leave them here for me. As I say, if you leave a comment, then you can be entered into the draw to win the stamp set. I can only send it to people in the UK, France, Austria, Germany and the Netherlands. So I love Australians and US joining me, but that's all I can send the prize to, I'm afraid, according to Stampin' Up rules. But you can still come and see my Moolicious stamps. But that's it. So this has been me 2 weeks. So you've had the card on Monday and this on Wednesday, and this is going to be me signing out for today. Leave me a comment, share the video. See, yes, the ivory for the snout. See, I wasn't that clever. I'll have to do another one and go for the ivory. But there we go. So thank you for joining me. Have a good day, everyone, or good night if you are in Australia. And I will be back next Wednesday. I can't for the life of me, I don't know what I'm doing next Wednesday. I have got a plan, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. Hold on. I can tell you. Oh, we're doing a little lace. So I'm all on for a little lace on Monday and next Wednesday. So I love it. Love it. I could give you a sneak peek, but I'm not going to. I've got team training on Sunday, and we are using that there to make some beautiful cards. So yeah, can't wait. Right, leave you there. See you soon. Ivory for the snout. That's the top tip of the day, and I'll see you next Wednesday.